I get asked this question many times. Ryan, how do I find my purpose? Hi, I'm Ryan Gomez, and I just want to quickly go through 2 steps that you can take to be able to find your purpose. One is, what is it that you're passionate about? And 2 is, what is it that you're good at? So I'll say it again. 1 is, what is it that you're passionate about? And 2, what is it that you're good at? See, your passion not necessarily all the time leads you to your purpose. You can be passionate about many things, but does not necessarily lead you to your purpose. What is it that you're good at? What is it that you're good at doing? That ultimately leads you to your purpose. See, we all have this God-given gifts within us. These built-in gifts that sometimes we don't realize that potential until someone gives you a tap on the shoulder and goes, hey, you know what, Ryan? You have this great gift, this ability to do this. And you go, yeah, really? You don't realize that because that's a God-given talent. It's a gift that is given to you. That when you work on that gift and when you become good at that and you dig deep down and ultimately you can find your purpose. And then ultimately take these 2 steps, which is you now are good at what you do and now you become that passion grows for what you do and you realize that gift and ultimately can lead you to your purpose, if it makes sense in what I'm saying. So 2 things. Ask yourself this question is, what is it that you're passionate about? And what is it that you're good at? Ultimately, that can lead you to your purpose. This is Ryan Gomez signing off for now. Bye. Hi, this is Ryan Gomez, and I quickly want to go through a story which I speak on my radio segment quite often. A story about a woodcutter by the name of Bill. Now, Bill worked for an organization for almost 5 years, and he worked really hard. And the company decided, 5 years later down the track, decided to employ John, another woodcutter. John, after about a year, ended up getting called up by his boss and said, look, John, we need to give you a raise for being really productive and a good job for what you've been doing over the last year. Now, Bill came to know about this. Bill has been working for the organization for almost 5 years. That angered him. He went up to his boss and he says, boss, what's going on here? I've been working for this organization for almost 5 years, giving my blood and my sweat. And here you got John that comes along for about a year and ends up getting a raise. That's not fair. And the manager turned around to Bill and said, Bill, we have to reward our employees for being productive. And as a matter of fact, John has been really productive over the last year. He's been chopping a lot more wood than what you have been doing. Now that angered Bill. Bill decided over the next week, he decided to go and spend a lot more time working from 8 hours to almost 10 hours, a couple of his own hours of time to chop a lot more wood. At the end of that week, he went back to his boss and he said, boss, now I have definitely more productive than what John is. I've spent a lot more time and I'm sure I've chopped a lot more wood over the last week. And then the boss looked at him and said, as a matter of fact, Bill, I have looked at what you've done over the last week and you haven't chopped more wood than what John has. John still holds the record for that. Now Bill's like very confused, wondering, what is it that John's doing in 8 hours that he's been doing in 10 hours? That's different. And the boss said, look, maybe you go and talk to John and see what's he doing different. So he goes up to John and he goes, John, tell me, what is it that you're doing different? And John said, well, after every hour, I take 10 minutes to sharpen my axe over that 8-hour period. So I spend almost an hour a day, close to an hour a day, sharpening my axe. So when last have you sharpened your mental axe? When last have you invested in yourself? We go from our job or business and what we're doing on a daily basis from day in, day out. Have we ever taken time for ourselves to invest in ourselves, learn new things? We talk about the younger generation multitasking these days. They can do 2, 3 things. They can move from career to career in a span of 3, 4, 5 years. It's about constantly inventing. It's constantly training yourself, training your mind. You never stop learning. The minute you stop is when you move backward in life. I'll say it again, while the world is moving forward at a fantastic, phenomenal rate, we are moving backwards in life. You'll see this in all my videos. I say this because it's the fact. The minute you stop learning, the minute you stop engaging, the minute you stop investing in yourself, the minute you stop sharpening your mental axe, you move backwards. Take time and reinvest in yourself. And that is the key. This is Ryan Gomez signing off for now. I'll see you right over the top. Bye for now.